What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like, subscribe as you tune in and you check out the content. With that being said, man, I wanna make some comments or react to the video that the Running Back podcast made, right? And they were comparing Lamelo Ball to SGA, right? And before I play the audio from that, I just want to say that the difference, in my opinion, of a player like between these two players, Lamelo and Shea, is not physical abilities. Is like the shoulder and above. It's like an understanding for the game, and like as far as I'm concerned, like SGA and Lamelo Ball are on two different planets. When you watch the Charlotte Hornets play, or you watch Lamelo Ball play, his shot selection is, in my opinion, is not really all that good. Um, and it's not like that with SGA. Like his good shot selection, and on top of that, he knows how to get his teammates involved and find them in situations where they can be effective at scoring. Right. So now, with that being said, I'm going to play the audio from the Running Back podcast with Lou Williams, Michelle Beadle, Boogie, and they had Amon Shumpert on there, right? That's the other person you're gonna hear, Amon Shumpert on there, and he was commenting too. But so listen to what they say about these two different players, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give my input.
Nothing to sneeze at. I don't care who you are, Boogie. It's their longest win streak in 10 years. Now, Shump, here's the deal. Boogie and Lou enjoy watching this team immensely.
Mm-hmm. For two different reasons.
For two different reasons.
But we like watching.
The discipline thing is probably, it's the biggest factor. So when you watch them, are they good enough to play in, play off? Like right now, what are you seeing?
I think they're a scary team for the playoffs now. They got a route to take to get there. But this is one of those teams that if you see them in the playoffs, they are so unpredictable. You don't know, and they don't care about the moment. When you play certain teams in the playoffs, hey, during the season, they're going to shoot the half-court three. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. When we get to these playoffs, they're going to run this in the third quarter. That, like, when we played Golden State, we knew everything they was going to run. It's just, what can you do about it? But it's like, it get real disciplined. Everything get real strict. You miss an assignment, you out. You sitting down. Like, that's how.
And that is the difference between, right there, before they even go any further, right? That is the difference between LaMelo Ball and Shea, right? Discipline and predictability. Like if you think that their predictability is not going to hurt their opponents, it's going to hurt them. Their lack of discipline is not going to hurt their opponents, it's going to hurt them. So yeah, I always say that LaMelo Ball just takes some ill-advised shots. He'll give somebody a crossover move, then he'll step back and shoot a long three, a fall away three. And I'm like, even if it go, that's not a good shot. And so they are on a winning streak, a little bit of a winning streak, but that don't mean that they're going to have success when it comes up to playing against a team like the Thunder. That don't mean that this guy can even compare to Shea Gilgeous, right? Because they just playing on two different planets.
The playoffs go. When you play the Charlotte Hornets, you like, are they gonna take him out for a turnover? I don't know. Like, this how they play. So it's like when
they also had Lonzo Ball, Melo Ball coming off the bench at some point of this season.
Without a doubt.
That's just something fun to do.
Hey, listen, they got to try a bunch of stuff. They got to do a bunch of stuff. They got rules they got to do. I'm just saying, when you talk about this team and they're going at their best, if they went to the playoffs and figured out a little bit of discipline, I don't see the difference in how LaMelo Ball plays and how SGA plays, besides some discipline and saying, this the shot I want here, this is the shot I want here. I'm not going to take a chance here. I'm not going to take a chance here. When you're talking about gifted, talent-wise, LaMelo's also 6'6", 6'7". I wouldn't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Not with.
You got a lot of guys in the league that are 6'6" and 6'7", but again, the game of basketball is between the ears, right? So just because you 6'6" and 6'7", that don't mean that you're going to have success. It's about learning the game, and when you watch LaMelo Ball play the game, he just don't play the game in an intelligent fashion, right? I even think that sometimes Shea, like you can tell that he has some growing to do as as how as a basketball player. So he's not all the way there yet either, right? Even though he have a championship, he knows how to win and he's still learning. But LaMelo Ball, he basically he's playing hero ball, he's playing playground ball, and that's not going to win. That's not going to win you a lot of it's not going to win you any playoff games.
Confidence.
I see.
It's dangerous.
I wouldn't
No,
follow
I'm
that.
not saying.
I see where you're going.
It's the same thing they did. Like T-Mac just said, Anthony Edwards and SGA. The difference is the winning, the discipline, the IQ.
You talking about size and getting to a spot.
I'm saying, like, he's got all the physical gifts that SGA has. So that's all you need when you start talking about playoff basketball.
I've only said that I like them. I like the individual talent they have. They haven't been good enough as a collective. These last 7 games, they look like a collective. They look like they're on the same page with their coach. We're starting to see the behind the scenes, them having some fun, enjoying themselves. I love to see it for a young team. I wish we've been waiting for them to be this team that they've been the last 2 weeks for 2 years. Yeah. Now bottle this up and become that team consistently.
Brandon Miller keep playing like that too.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. Keep playing.
Yeah, see, I think with this new coach, this guy, when he sent LaMelo Ball to the bench and got Melo coming off because he wants LaMelo Ball to play basketball differently, right? And sometimes when you're coming off the bench, you have an advantage because you get to see from the bench like what the team needs and where you can where you can come in and help out at, and so it's all about knowing how to play the game. And I think that this new coach for the Charlotte Hornets is trying to teach LaMelo how to be an NBA basketball player. He has the physical tools, but so do a lot of guys have the physical tools, but it's all about the decisions that you make. It's all about the discipline. He has to take care of the basketball, like have more respect for that basketball, not turn it over. Learn how to get his teammates involved. So I think it's a good sign. I think it's a step in the right direction. But I don't think that like you can even compare these two as ball players, man, because I remember when what was the guy? SGA had Chris Paul on his team, when he first got to the Thunder and Chris Paul was there. And I think SGA learned a lot from Chris Paul, as far as like shot selection and how to run an offense and how to get your teammates involved. You can see that now. You saw it last year when they made their championship run. And that's what I think LaMelo Ball should be working towards. I don't want to see LaMelo Ball, turn into Trae Young, or I don't want to see LaMelo Ball turn into like Ja Morant, and just rely on your physical abilities. Learn how to play the game, learn how to be a professional basketball player and take care of the basketball and set your teammates up to win. In my opinion, that right there is what is going to extend his career and help him to have more success in his career. So let me see if they have anything else to add to this,
And I'm a supporter of this young group.
We know.
They're not my favorite squad,
Stop.
but I am a supporter. I think this young group is growing right in front of our eyes. I love what I'm seeing. I'm loving the camaraderie in the locker room, even the celebration with the coach. I'm happy with it. It's showing that this team is growing in the right direction. They're slowly getting on the same page. And when it comes to just talent and you look at the talent on paper, you can't help but think this group has a potentially bright future. So it comes down to discipline, it comes down to standards, and it comes down to leadership. All of those are the question marks for this team, but as far as talent and on paper, I think they have everything they need.
They have it.
I mean, they're like must see.
Yeah, and see, I think Boogie said it best, man. It just comes down to like when every team got talent, and so you try to get your team to play to maximize their talent. Not every team have like a franchise ball player or, but if you can get your team to play team basketball, don't turn the ball over, rebound, like the basics, like excel at the basics, then your team look a lot better. That, you know, they call that like kind of like playing above themselves or playing over their head, right? Take care of the ball, don't turn the ball over. Team, you know, with a team concept, any team in the NBA can look a lot better like that and have more success. So, and only really good coaches get, you know, they get more out of less. And so this might be that coach that they have for Charlotte might be that kind of coach who allows them to you know, to get more out of less. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'm gonna check you all out in the next video. Peace.